everyone, and welcome back to the Creative Challenge here in Illustrator. Nice to see you. I can see Stephanie, Mallory, Wade Akaf, Mercury, Ashran, Paloma, Becca, Anthony, so many wonderful people here in the chat. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, my name is Clady and I'm a designer, Italian designer based in Manchester, UK, where I joined the fun here at Adobe Live with these wonderful challenges. So we have just witnessed a fantastic stream. I was in chat watching with Farah and Paul. That was super cool. Make sure to go ahead and rewatch it. And I just want to jump right away into the schedule just in case we don't have time towards the end of the stream. But there is a fun day with so many wonderful people here at Adobe Live. So as you can see, after me, you're gonna have editorial design, the next D Creative Challenge, draw along, and at the end of the day, I'm gonna be back with Jesus Ramirez for Rework It. And I'm just gonna at the end of this stream tell you how to take part to Rework It, because that's a stream all about you featuring your work here at Adobe Live. But we'll talk about that at the end. For now, let's go back into my computer here, my screen, so I can share with you the landing page for the Creative Challenge, because we are here to sharpen our skills and learn new techniques in Adobe Illustrator. So you want to make sure to head on behance.net/challenge/illustrator in order to jump into the landing page and click on the big blue button to join the challenge. If you scroll down into this page, you'll be able to see all the unlocked challenge. We started on November 9th and we're going to finish this Friday with all these wonderful challenges. It's all been about breakfast and food. I've been eating popcorn every day just because I got hungry of all these wonderful challenges talking about food. And today we're gonna be doing stickers. We're going to be working with some colorful stickers using some of the amazing feature of Illustrator 2021, in particular Recolor Artwork. But don't worry if you have other version of Illustrator, or if you don't have Illustrator and you're just here to, get started with Illustrator, you can also scroll down and download Illustrator right from this page. Now, to follow along either right now or when you watch a replay, all you have to do is to click on Get Started to open up the file that I provided for you, which is slowly loading on my computer. But once the page will open up, here it is. It just looks like a blank screen. All you have to do is to click on download. If for whatever reason the page that you find is this one over here where you don't see any download, remember all you have to do is to click on the actual AI artwork in order to open the page ready for the download. So hopefully you already downloaded your file. If not, I'm just gonna meet you on Illustrator in just a second. And by the way, when I provide files as a starter files, those are just usually guidance file or templates, so you can then reuse it, or just to be faster in following along, since we have only 30 minutes together. But otherwise, if you don't, for whatever reason, you cannot download the file, you can anyway just simply open Illustrator. And let me actually show you. If you just opening Illustrator, click on the Create New button in order to open a new file. In this case, you can go ahead and just click on Art and Illustration and just press on Create in order to open an artboard. And then, you can take it from there. So I'm going to go back into my file, and for those of you who are starting from scratch, I'm going to click on my artboard tool and then press enter to reveal the size of the artboard. So I just created 3 different sizes of sticker. This one is 40 millimeters, so that's 4 centimeters. And then we have a smaller one that is 25, so 2.5 centimeter, and a bigger one that is 10. I'm a big fan of stickers. Let me know in the chat. Actually, my chat is all scrolled up to the top. I can see Bruno in the chat, Richard, Sherry. By the way, if you have any questions while I'm working, I'm more than happy to see, if I can help while I'm here. Antonia says, I love from Seattle. Yes, let me know where you are watching from. It's always very exciting. KU, you're really loving these challenges. I'm very happy. And by the way, if you're watching from YouTube, make sure to head on behance.net/live, because there you'll be able to leave comments, questions, say hi, and I can read your comment while I work, because I got that chat right away in front of me. And I just put together here some stickers because I want to give a shout out to some amazing friend. I got the sticker from Tony Harmer. He streams here from the UK, the wonderful design ninja. stickers. And then Stina Jones, which is also an illustrator here based in Manchester. She's super cool, does all these lovely illustrations. And let's see what I have. I have an Illustrator sticker, of course I do. And then a Creative Gem from Adobe. And those are just some of the stickers that I collect or make as well. Those are some of the stickers that I make as well. But I used to go around cities and literally like peel them off the street, and also paste some on my own. But now hopefully you're gonna be using your stickers for something better, like for closing your packaging and stuff like that. So, or just, you know, to personalize cards. There are so many ways in which you can just, you know, use a sticker instead of having to print a package or an item. You just create stickers and then you know that that item belongs to your brand. Fantastic. So hopefully everyone is now on the starters file and we can get rocking here in Illustrator. Yes, Becca, we're about just to do that. So I'm going to show you how to create a stickers with an illustration and some text. We're going to talk to start with an irregular shape stickers, which I think is the more fun. And then hopefully we have time just to talk about a circular one. So I'm going to start with creating like one of those little bagel by using some shapes here in Illustrator. So I'm going to go ahead and select, click and hold on the rectangle tool in order to select the ellipse tool. And I'm just going to work on the bigger artboard just so I have a little bit more space. And as you can see, this is just a fun image that I found from Adobe stock, which I thought was really cool to replicate. Just having like the little eyes with a coffee cup. And you can use a bike wheel. You can use anything that is circular and then have your little maybe website at the bottom. But fantastic. So I'm just going to go ahead, click and drag with the ellipse tool selected. As you can see, the ellipse is got a regular shape. I'm gonna hold shift in order to just make sure that I create a perfect circle. And then if you click towards the inward, it gets smaller, and outwards it gets bigger within its proportion. So it just stays a perfect circle. Look what happens if I don't hold shift, I lift my finger, it just goes back in being an irregular ellipse. Okay, so we have created our first circle. Now I'm gonna press Command C to copy it and Command F. Remember, this is gonna be Control C, Control F if you're on a Windows machine in order to create a copy. Then I'm gonna go on the bounding box and I'm gonna resize it. I wanna make it smaller, the center of the bagel of the donut. So I'm gonna hold shift to resize it, but also what you wanna do here is to hold Alt on Windows, Option on the Mac, in order to resize it also from its center. Jwa, don't worry, we're just getting started. We're just creating some ellipses here, ready to be transformed into a sticker. So, as you can see, I just got 2 circles here. That's all I need. If you want to create more, which we're going to do in order to create an irregular glazing, I'm going to go ahead and click on the smaller circle and then press Option on a Mac, Alt on Windows, and drag outside to create another circle. And then again, by pressing Shift, I'm going to change its proportion to make it smaller, and I'm going to start to place it here just to create the little glazing effect that is kind of like, you know, dripping from the bagel. Nice and yummy. And yes, I know, sorry if I make you hungry. I told you, like, I just had a full bag of popcorns. And all I'm doing here, as you can see, just simply holding Option and dragging in order to create copies. And then you can resize them just like so. And I'm gonna do one more that goes over this border here. Perfect. Then I want to do the same on the top because, you know, we just got like all this nice fluffy glazing. And again, they don't have to be perfect circles, but it will be nice, you know, just to also have something that, you know, maybe just goes slightly over the top and just like so. Then I'm going to click on the big circle and again duplicate it. So what we've done before, press Command C and then Command F. So we just literally create another copy. And then with that copy selected, I'm going to hold Shift and click on all this lovely little circle that we have just created. And then we're going to jump on the wonderful shape builder. Oh, don't forget, actually I'm gonna leave the center for now, but I'm gonna start to use the shape builder in order to bring together all these funky circles here. So the shape builder is this lovely tool located on the side of the toolbar. Here it is. I'm gonna zoom in so you can see it. Click once and then go back into your app and click and drag, and as you can see, you can just move around and click whatever you want in order to add whatever side of the shape that you want to add, just like so. And you should have been a little bit more organized, but we're here to make fun. So this is gonna be like a nice fluffy glaze for my bagel. So here it is. And as you can see, all of that became one single shape. Now you can decide to add even these other shapes, so you can do it in different steps. It doesn't have to be only one step. So click and drag in order to add this other shape, and I'm probably gonna do the same here. And if you want to delete these ones that are sticking out, just, you know, because we don't need them, all you have to do is to press Alt on Windows, Option on a Mac, and as you can see, that little arrow is going to be added with a minus sign, which is the erase tool, always nested from the shape builder tool. So then click on the line, I'll click and drag on the shape, boom, and they're gone. Fantastic. So at the moment we got our little glaze sitting on our bagel there, and we can start to bring in some colors. So here I'm gonna go ahead and click on this little fill at the bottom of the tools in order to give it a color. I'm just gonna give it just a red color for now. And then from here at the bottom of the bagel, I can give it, let's see, such a maybe like a yellow color, something a little bit more brownish, something like that. And then click on OK. Then click and drag over with the selection tool selected, and then let's head over our stroke icon and select none in order to remove the stroke. You can also press the backslash on your keyboard in order to delete the stroke. And now I should have been a little bit more precise with my little bagel here. We can also press the pen tool if there is perhaps any point that you would like to erase, or if you want to add perhaps, you know, another point on your little glazing, and maybe move it outside if you wish. At the moment I'm just gonna leave it like that. It's just like a very fluffy, bubbly bagel. Perhaps I can also add maybe another circle here so it looks a little bit more even. And I need to make sure that I go back and I click and hold in order to get my ellipse. And here it is. So I just add a little bit of a extra filler here, and then hold Shift and click back on the shape. And you can go back and use the shape builder as many times as you want, just like so. Now, if you see there are certain spots that maybe were perhaps inside the circles, you can delete those. They're just some leftovers. It happens when you are just creating some shape and you're a little bit messy like I was with my circle. But that's the beauty of trying out with Illustrator. If for some reason these little shapes don't go away, you can also delete them with the pen tool like we were doing before, just by hovering on them. Fantastic. So it looks more like a face than a bagel, but that's the fun part of it. Now you can be here and add as many different I'm just having a giggle because Jennifer said I'm here with a hiccups butt here. Jennifer, that's my nightmare, being on Adobe Live and having a hiccups. That would be funny. But anyway, so we can go ahead and perhaps add also some text. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on this shape. Or we can also start by creating another circle that is similar to the one that is in the bottom part of the bagel. And then we can go ahead and click and hold on the type tool to reveal the type on a path. Here, if you click once, there is the type on a path tool that allows you to write directly on a path. And you can write your website here. For example, I'm just gonna write iamclady.com because that's my website and that's the one that I use. So as you can see, if you press the direct selection tool, you have all these lovely pointer. This one in particular will allow you to move your text from the inside to the outside, just like so, and then you can move your text around and style it. With sticker, I sort of like to have stuff that is not necessarily centered, just like that. Of course, you know, here you can create a little bit more drawing, you can create some icing on top of this bagel. And the most important thing that I wanted to show you though is to how to create the outline in order to make it into a sticker. So I'm actually talking about this little outline here that is the white outline that goes around the orange. Now in order to do so, click and drag to select your entire artwork and then press Command G to group it. You can also, if you want, if you're ready with your style with your font, you can also outline your font by double click and selecting it, and then using the shortcut Shift Command O, and your font will become a shape as well. So it won't move around and it won't change size if you decide to that's your final design. Then with my shape selected, I'm gonna go ahead and select my window menu on the top. And then I can select my wonderful appearance panel, which is here at the top. And I'm gonna bring it up here so you can see what I'm gonna do here. Now with this shape selected, I'm gonna go ahead and press Command C, create a copy, and Command F, we've done that so many times, in order to create a copy in front. Then from the Properties panel, I will head to the Pathfinders, which is a similar tool like the Shape Builder, but is a little bit less complex. The Shape Builder allows you much more control when building shapes. The Pathfinder is a little bit more simple, but yet it works faster when you just have to do stuff like what we're gonna be doing now, which is Unite. So if you click the very first one, Unite, just create one single shape. And then use the shortcut Command Shift Backspace. If you're on Windows, will be Control Shift and back curly bracket in order to bring your little shape behind. So if you move it, you see it just right there. It's just at the back. Now with my appearance panel selected here, I'm gonna go ahead and select on the stroke and start by giving it quite of a wide stroke. So for example, maybe 20, 23, whatever you prefer. And then I'll make this one, let's say pink. Here it is. Or maybe that's too much of a color clash. Maybe we can just make it yellow again, or this sort of orangey color that looks a little bit better. Then if you want to create also the outer white border, you can go ahead and click on Add a New Stroke. And that will allow you to create also another stroke. And all you have to do is to make sure that the stroke that sits below is actually larger. So as you can see, like we are making a stroke bigger. And then in this case, you can make it black, or you can make it red, whatever color you prefer, or whatever color you want into your stickers. Usually those strokes are white. Okay, fantastic. So all I'm gonna do now is to simply move my appearance panel away and click and drag in order to select my entire artwork. And then I'm gonna make sure that I can resize it by holding Shift and also Option in order to fit it inside my artboard, because that's very important. The artboard will be the size of the final shape. As you can see, it looks here like the path went a little bit out, so press the direct selection tool, which is your white arrow, by pressing the letter A on your keyboard, or you'll find it just down here. And then you can just move your points if you wish, and of course, if you have a little bit more time. As you can see, I haven't done a great job here. You can also press the letter P to bring up the pen tool and simply delete any point that you don't need and jump again on the direct selection tool, and you've done it. You just clean up your shape. So we created this little bagel that looks more like a face with some red hair. But I was, Diane is asking, what does the expand tool is for? When should we use it? So Diane, the expand tool is used when you apply certain effect, like a feel. Let me see if I got like a few minutes, perhaps I can show you. Let's see if that we want to create a duplicate of this shape. I'm going to double click in order to select the isolation mode, press Command C and Command F to create a copy. And then here from the fill, I will go ahead and click on the little libraries and apply, for example, a pattern, like some dots, you know, something like that. We can create some little dots on the top. Here it is. Now, this pattern is basically like just a fill, so you cannot use these dots. You cannot have access to it. But if you use expand with this and many other effect that you apply, you'll be able to expand either the fill in this case or the stroke of an effect. So if we go under Object and Expand, and in this case, expand is asking, are you sure you want to expand the fill? I'm going to be like, yep, I want to expand the fill. And maybe you want to do it a couple of times just because of the way that the artwork is nested. As you can see now, I can have access to the single pieces that make up the pattern. And if I want, I can colors of these little dots, just like so. So again, this was just an example to explain, Diane, what expand is for. So expand is actually to expand any nested effect that you apply to an object. So I'm just gonna go ahead and delete this because we don't need it right now, but that was actually could have been a good example if we do it all in white. And as you can see now, we have our stickers, got the 2 strokes. Again, feel free to choose your own colors. And once you're ready, you are gonna have to export these for a printer. And that's where you really want to pay some attention here, because instead of usually exporting like we're gonna do to share it, for example, for our Discord channel, you wanna go ahead and select File And then from here, click on Save As. And you can choose either to save it to your cloud documents or to your computer. From here, you can select a destination folder. I will use my desktop. And from the format, make sure to select EPS. EPS is an encapsulated PostScript, which allows you to create a file that is readable from other formats, from other computers, from the printer machines. They will be able to have access to your actual outline in order to cut it to the shape that you want it and that you created it, but it will at the same time will protect your file. So that's a very good way to export your file. You can also change these format back to Illustrator. You can save one format in AI Illustrator, which is the standard file format for an Illustrator file, and you can also open an EPS file with Illustrator, but it's also accessible by other machines. So always make sure to send an EPS to your printer. You'll be so happy. Then click he or she. So you can click also on Artboard and select the artboard of choice. In this case, I believe it will be just artboard number 4, or whichever artboard contains your sticker. If you do not select the range, you will create an EPS that contains everything. So in this case, the printer also will get the other files that were there for inspiration that we don't need. But I just realized that I didn't talk about Recolor because I got too busy doing other stuff. So I'm gonna show you just real quick, because that's the beauty of this new Recolor tool that is super fast. Click and drag to select your artwork, and then make sure that you select it all, and then go ahead under Edit and Edit Colors and select Recolor Artwork. And this brand new little panel will pop up. Now with the color theme picker, you'll be able to just click once on the color picker and then click on any image like this one right here, and you can see that Illustrator just picks up the color right from our photos. If we now, for example, move it and select these other photos, it just selects the photos that you have there. So it literally picks the color from there. Then you can use the permanent colors to, for example, say, hey, I don't really want to use too much of this darker brown. I just want to use more of this red and maybe more of the turquoise and so on. And in just a few clicks, you change the color of your bagel, taking the colors from another image. You can use an illustration, you can use even a gradient that you created. We're going to talk about more in these challenges that we have left. But yes, you'll be able to pick up any color directly from your artboards by using the color theme picker with the Recolor Artwork new feature of Illustrator 2021. It's super amazing. And by the way, once you find like a color that you like, because you like the way that these color schemes work, but they're not the color that you want to use, you can use this little color spectrum in order to maintain the same balance between the color, but then change the hues and also change the brightness depending if you're going inside or outside. Fantastic. Now once you're done, all you have to do is to click away and you're done. You have recolored your artwork in literally like 1 minute. I knew it because I'm having my eyes at the watch here, because we got 1 minute left. So great exporting tips, says Antonia. How can I make the pattern smaller? Ashra, we're gonna talk about it during Rework It. I'm gonna take note of some of these questions. In fact, before we move forward, I wanna make sure that I was reading some more questions. It looks like you guys are helping each other. So that's great. Fantastic. So before we say goodbye and I show you how to share this work, first of all, let's export it. Let's press Option Command E to export your file for our lovely Discord. Hold Shift and click your file to exclude the other one and just select the one that you want. Select your destination folder. Use a prefix if you want. I'm going to call it sticker. And I'm going to be quite ashamed to export this one to Discord, but I worked fast and that's the way that it looks like. And we're here to learn. So as I said, is always a safe space. In order to access the Discord, you can go ahead from our landing page and click on the community chat, or follow this link here, bit.ly/AI Discord, in order to join the wonderful community here at Adobe Live. And once here, all you have to do is to go ahead to the feedback challenge channel and click on the plus icon, and then go ahead and select the art that you've created. Click on open, and I'm gonna call this one challenge 7, I believe, and click on upload. And here it is. The file is gonna be there ready to be featured and ready to be, reviewed by all the amazing people here at Adobe Live, the wonderful mentor that are on Discord, and of course you, the wonderful community of about now, right now, 1,242 people online here on Discord. Don't forget to share your work on Behance, like Wade Acuff. I just put a wonderful link there, and use the hashtag AI Creative Challenge. And I'm gonna show you just real quick here. Oops, that's me twice. I'm gonna go ahead and hopefully go into my profile. Once you create a new artwork here, all you have to do is to go into your settings and add the little hashtag. It looks like I'm literally running out of time. But if you add the hashtag, you'll be able to be featured and handpicked for the amazing creative challenges galleries. And I know that Wade Acuff has put a little link there. Fantastic. So post your work, use the AI Creative Challenge on Behance, and post your work on Discord. I will see you later on. Go and check out iamcloudy.com/reworkit to learn how to submit your work for Rework It. I'll see you there, and stay tuned for some wonderful more fun here at Adobe Live. Bye everybody. Thank you.